Welcome everyone to another edition of Joltage Fallout. It's like the show where violence and electricity come together as they figure out who is walking away with WWE Championship Gold. It's me, your boy, the Joltage champion of the world, and then this guy,
Karnage.
and
Way to not say your name.
I said.
You said of the world and this guy.
And this guy. You all know, it's me, your boy, Jolt,
there
the Joltage champion. There we go.
There you go.
I mean, look, like
way to unfuck it.
Well, considering my name is the first part of the show, I barely have to do an introduction.
Mine's the second half. By that logic, neither would I.
But ignoring the bickering between he and I, what we are here to do today is go over the results of this past pay-per-view, which I believe was Extreme Rules. There's the one time
Golf
a year.
Clap. You actually remembered.
Yeah, it's like look, the one time a year that WWE claims to get extreme, although it's barely gets extreme to begin with. Ever since the PG era, it hasn't been the same. Unless it's upside down.
No, it's not.
Alright, so there are, how many
7
matches? There are 7 matches on this card, which is relatively short, which is surprising. And we'll start off with the opening match. It's like we have
Callisto going against Apollo Crews.
Yep, or as any fans know it as Yuha Nation versus Samurai del Sol. Who'd you go with, and why?
I went with Callisto.
I believe.
Because.
I went with Callisto. Why? I don't know.
I just kind of picked on this one because this one was announced last minute, so I just kind of guessed on this one.
And I went with Apollo Crews. I basically figured that it's like with this kind of neutral heel turn wannabe thing, they would at least kind of treat him a little bit better. I mean, that's freaking Callisto. It's Callisto versus Apollo Crews. They need to do at least something. They need to do at least something.
You know you can take that off, right? Instead of having to readjust it every 4 seconds.
Yeah, no. It's like, but as I was saying, is that I figured that we should at least do that. They should at least do something with Apollo Crews. I mean, it's like you've done basically nothing at all.
But
sadly,
the Titus brand lost.
Yeah, it's like he's recently aligned himself with Apollo with Titus O'Neil.
With Titus.
You only got Titus because of me.
I know that.
But sadly, Callisto won, meaning I got the first one wrong.
Want to know?
Up next is
the Intercontinental Championship match. Ambrose defending against Miz,
and
with Maurice in his corner. Shocker.
Which is funny because they added in a stipulation where if
Ambrose,
thank you. If Ambrose gets disqualified, he'd automatically lose the title.
At Extreme Rules.
Yeah, at Extreme Rules, where the entire gimmick behind the pay-per-view is that you can use whatever the hell you want, as long as you don't kill the person, you'll be perfectly fine. And who did you go with, and why?
I went with Miz. Figured Ambrose has held it for a while. Figured they'd take it off him.
And I went with Miz as well. I figured that since this is an interference match, it's like an interference stipulation, Maurice would interfere, and would probably either slap Dean or slap Miz to get
if she slapped Ambrose, Ambrose would win by disqualification, therefore retaining.
Yeah, so it would be she slaps Miz,
which she actually did,
and the referee still just went and was like, fuck it. So it's like, who ended up winning this one?
Miz.
Yay!
Shocker.
He's like, no more lazy Dean sitting on the title.
Now we get lazy Miz hiding behind a skirt.
Well, it's not exactly really lazy because he actually defends the title.
No, she does.
You're a dick.
You know it's true.
It's like, no, moreover, she gets involved.
Exactly.
Well, until you get
he has
involved.
He has never once successfully defended the title.
Actually,
she has.
Actually, a lot of time before she came back, when he was winning the belt, he actually was defending it on his own. Yeah, he was cheating, but he was still defending. So let's look. So
I said successfully defended.
Yeah, he successfully defended. It's like, dude, he's a 7-time. Look, he's a 7-time.
I'm saying since Maurice has come back.
Yeah, that's like. But here's the thing: he is a 7-time Intercontinental champion.
Who said we were going back to 03 or whenever the fuck he got it?
Like, here's the thing: the first 5 times he won the belt.
5 times.
Shut up. But the first 5 times he got the belt.
Dude, like I said, I'm talking since Maurice has come back.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's
Way
like,
to go, Mr. Technicality.
Well, actually, a lot of the times it's like, look, it's like actually he has actually defended it a few times without her getting involved.
Let's go with that.
But what was the next one?
What next was the mixed tag team that nobody could figure out why.
Well, you could semi figure out why if you watch 205 Live.
And
so it was.
Congratulations to all three of you who do.
Well, as you could clearly see, he doesn't watch. Dude, you barely watched Raw, so I'm not exactly really shocked. So it was Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Now, if you paid attention to 205 Live like I do, the reason they were feuding...
Like anybody actually gives a shit?
Well, I think the reason they were feuding was because Alicia Fox was with Cedric Alexander. Alexander got into... So Noam Dar stole Alicia Fox from...
Because every guy thirsty trying to get after her. That's basically what's going on.
Basically. although the reason he and Swan are feuding
and then somehow Sasha got involved with the guy's thirstiness. Trying to figure that out.
Actually, no, that's not what happened. What happened
She's involved. Therefore, my comment is correct.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah. No. But what happened in summary, it's like, don't let me smack your hat off your head. But anyway, make a long story short, to make a long story short, what is it? What Swan was feuding with Dar. Alicia Fox kept getting involved. Get Swan's up.
Fox.
Shut up. Alicia Fox got involved. Alicia Fox beat Sasha in a match on Raw, which was
trying to figure that one out.
Which shocked every fucking person in the world. And then Sasha beat her the week after, and then Noam Dar tried to get fucking involved. She slapped Dar, and they were just like, "Yeah, well, since you're feuding with her, and they're feuding, combine them together, match Extreme Rules." So, I believe you and I both went with Rich Swann and Sasha Banks.
Yeah, figured Fox has barely done a goddamn thing. Ever.
Well,
and Dar's claim to fame is Fox.
Well, actually, I think he's actually won titles on the indie circuit before.
We're talking in the context of 205.
Like, well, because it's funny because there's a lot of people on 205 Live in NXT that are actually bigger from the indies than
I'm not doubting that, dude. Again, I'm just saying that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway,
who ended up
we
winning?
both went with Swan and Sasha. Swan and Sasha won.
Yeah,
so
to
quote you from the last episode, 3-0, 3-0.
2-1, 2-1. How about that? It's like a weird mixture of fisticuffs and Scorpion's taunt from Mortal Kombat. Oh no, that was Reptiles.
Scorpion?
No, it's like, well, it could be worse. Reptiles was. It's like
might be pro.
basically. All right. So after that was the Raw Women's Championship.
The women's title match, Bliss and Bayley.
Yeah, they end
the shortest stipulation match in history.
No, not the shortest, the dumbest, because no one cares about anything on a pole match. Unless there's a stripper on a pole match, then we'll care.
Hey, don't insult Vince Russo.
I mean, well, dude, Vince Russo is the stupidest fucking person imaginable. The dude sat over here and invented an entire boxing event in WWE just because he was pissed off at JBL. That has to be the dumbest reason to start a boxing event. Oh, listen to the words right there.
And yet we've had a sumo event in wrestling.
No, here's the thing. You invented
Big Show and what's the Asian dude's name? I have no idea.
Huh? Oh,
back at like Mania 20 or whatever.
Akibona.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You invented a boxing match, but not just a full boxing match. You invented an entire boxing tournament just because you were pissed off at one fucking guy. And the sad thing is, the guy wasn't even in the tournament.
Exactly.
So you started a whole damn tournament because you were pissed off at somebody, and it didn't even put the guy you were pissed off at in the tournament.
Exactly.
What the hell was the point? You invented a full match of a bunch of old guys beating the piss out of each other for no reason. Exactly. It's like how the guy who won the match or won the whole damn tournament wasn't even used the rest of the year, which is basically the equivalent.
So like Brock Lesnar?
No.
Yes.
No. There's a difference between that. No, because the guy who won it was, I think, Bart Gunn. I think.
No.
I was old fuck wrestler. He sat over there and won the entire Brawl for All tournament. And his reward for winning a full Brawl for All tournament, which was a bunch of guys beating the shit out of each other for no reason, was to fight Butterbean at WrestleMania, which was a guy with
Butterbean.
Yeah, and it's exactly.
Wait, is it Butterbean stacking with whipped cream?
No, Butterbean.
Butterbean.
Big ass white guy.
Butterbean.
Like whose entire gimmick was a boxer. And he knocked out Bart Gunn in like a few seconds.
Butterbean. All right, back to the point.
Like Alexa Bliss versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship in a kendo stick on a pole match. Who'd you go with and why? Well, I don't even have to ask you who you picked and why. I already know who the hell you are.
Of course, I went with Bliss.
Of course. I went with Alexa as well. It's like I'm not really the biggest fan of her. I mean, well, I know.
Go wait outside.
We're already outside.
Go wait outside to the outside.
Well, down there?
Yes.
No. Look. I am your champion.
As of right now, I'm about to get it back.
Whatever.
I'm about 3-0 as of right now.
Way to go. Spoiler alert, motherfucker.
What are you talking about? We've already covered 3-0, you donut.
I know, but whatever. But it was Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in the kendo stick on a pole match. He picked Alexa, I picked Alexa. Who ended up winning?
Bliss.
Alexa.
4-0.
But the funny thing is, like that match, from what I've heard, either he told me or I read it somewhere that the reason that match was so damn short
was because the This Is Your Life
segment, which
they said it was so shit.
Fucking awful.
They said it was so. I haven't seen it, but it was so. They said it was so shit that they decided to end the feud.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was so goddamn awful. It ruined the pay-per-view match. That is how shit it is.
All right.
But
next
match.
Raw tag titles.
It was the Hardys versus, as I call them, the Union.
Cesaro and Sheamus.
Here's the thing. All those who think the Union is a better name than Cesaro, raise your hand.
Cesaro.
Really? You don't?
I don't give a crap either way, to be honest.
All right, so
we're also talking about the same people who missed the opportunity of Febreze.
Well, true. Although I kind of think the reason why they didn't go with Febreze is because I'm pretty sure Johnson & Johnson would have probably sued.
Duh.
So. Hey, so
anyway,
the Union, as I call them, versus Team Extreme or the Hardy Boys in a steel cage match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Who'd you go with and why?
I figured we'd go with the Hardys. That they brought them back. They're still riding the high of their return. Figured they'd keep the titles.
And I went with what?
Hardys.
Yeah, I went with the Hardys as well.
And do you need a cheat sheet?
Yes, I do, motherfucker. And who ended up winning?
Cesaro.
The Union. The Union sounds like a cooler name.
The Confederacy lost.
That's just even worse. But,
no, the Confederacy is the Hardys.
Yeah.
Because they lost to the Union. History lesson.
It's like, but good thing is we got new Raw Tag Team Champions.
And he got out of the Super Bet.
Woo!
By guaranteeing that I got a match Raw.
Woo!
Next.
Woo! Woo!
Put some clothes on.
I got clothes on.
Not enough.
It's like, how much should we drop? I don't know. That might be enough for a nice sweater.
Alright. Cruiserweight title.
Oh, come on, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I can't breathe.
Alright, Cruiserweight title. Neville and Aries in a submission match for the Cruiserweight title.
Who'd you go with and why?
Neville.
Yeah, I went with Neville.
He's had the title for a while, figured and with he's still getting his push from his heel turn.
Yep. And I went with Neville as well. And who?
Neville ended up winning.
Yeah.
Retaining for the millionth time.
Well, it's like,
unlike Lesnar.
The funny thing is that Lesnar is going to sit over here and defend his title at the dumbest name pay-per-view of all time. Great Balls of Fire.
Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
Yep. And the winner and his opponent will be the person who wins the fatal 5-way match,
which is next.
Mm-hmm. So was
Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray
Balor.
Wyatt, Balor.
Balor.
Bray
Fucking just call him Prince Devitt. That way you can't fuck it up. We gonna call him Devite.
Princey Devite.
I hate you so much.
Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe. Rollins, Baylor, Bray, Reigns, Samoa Joe.
Who'd you go with and why?
I went with Samoa Joe. Figured they've been having him kind of float around for forever. Finally give him something. And a lot of people were pushing for the Samoa Joe Brock fight.
And I, strangely enough, went with Roman Reigns. I figured that Vince loves his ass so fucking much. I'm pretty sure he has a Roman Reigns tattoo across the chest. So that's
in that match, even when I don't vote for him, Reigns pulls through. Samoa Joe won,
which was a major shock, considering this will be the first time we've ever had Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe won.
Yeah.
So, another 6-4 outcome. Only getting one incorrect.
Well, you know what I think of your outcome?
Go wait outside.
We are outside. Oh my god. That was perfectly timed. It's like, you know. So,
my title.
You'll hold on to that one. You'll hold on to my title, because it still has my name on it, up until Money in the Bank. Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? You want to sit over there and just pull a fucking Kevin Owens? Just fucking
yes.
rip the damn nameplate off and just drop it on the floor?
Yes. Hey, at least now you have a name tag. My title. Go get that now, or I will punch you.
We'll get it. I'll get it.
Get it.
I'm gonna get it out of the video.
Get it. Get it.
You know what? Fuck your title.
Get it.
Or fuck your hat.
My hat. My hat fucks you.
But this has been Jolt's Fallout. I'm Jolt. He's your temporary paper champion.
Permanent
Karnage,
champion.
Paper champion. And we'll see you on the next one. Buh.